Hey everyone, this is Hill Street Soul, and you're tuned in to the core with DaMillennialCoach, discussing topics on real life. Check it out. Everywhere you go, don't forget the ghetto. Listen to the core.
What is going on, people? It's me, the Millennial Coach, and I am talking about mindset. So it's the first time you're joining. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, and share with your people. Important to just keep these conversations going about mindset and also understanding the differences for the different types of mindset. So yesterday we spoke about fixed and growth mindset. But I want to talk about poverty mindset and scarcity mindset, because a lot of people don't realize that their mind, in terms of having a scarcity mindset, it's defined as a pattern of thinking that focuses on what you don't have and the underlying belief that you're never ever going to get the things that you want, even if you have access to basic needs like food, water, and housing, and a little bit of money, whether it's income or you're getting government checks or whatever it may be. Scarcity mindset is, I think poverty and scarcity mindsets should be a criminal offense, personally. And the reason I'm saying that is because you really are making zero effort to even think that there's anything good happening in the world when you actually are not even grateful for the basics. And when you have people who have a scarcity mindset, nothing in their life is of value to them. They don't even value the fact they've got food. They don't value the fact they've even got hot water to have a shower in. And there's people that are desperate to be in that situation, but you yourself, you don't value it. So when you've got a scarcity mindset and you have a pattern of thinking where you don't have, what do you think that does to what your life looks like? I've gone to people's houses, right, where they want to grow their business or whatever, and they say, oh, they invite you over for a coffee, and their house is, honestly, just meet me at the coffee shop. That's my response. Meet me at the coffee shop, because it's not nice to be in your space because your space is not nice. Somebody said to me, my house is so relaxing, blah, blah. Come and see how filthy the microwave was. And when I wanted to heat up my food, when I opened the microwave, I was thinking I'd rather eat it cold. People need to understand that having a scarcity mindset, it's not just something you say, it's how you live. Have you ever gone out with people when you're doing something, I can't afford it? There was, back in the day, years and years ago, there used to be a group of women I used to work with. We used to work in Oxford Street's House of Fraser when I was a student. So we'd all go out as a group of us. There was Sharon was hilarious, she just doesn't care, just very London-esque, from Southeast London. And then there was Yvonne, there was other people. There was about 8 of us. But there was one particular one. She had a chip on her shoulder, attitude problem, scarcity mindset. And she always felt like, because she was short, that you had to fight for everything. And I was thinking, okay, my dad's like 5'0", yeah? He's the most confident guy I know. So I dated guys shorter than me because my example of confidence wasn't based on height, it was based on spirit. So we went out once and I'd ordered a cocktail. And I went to the toilet, I came back, you know what the woman was doing? She took her straw from her drink and she put her straw into my drink and she drank my drink. She didn't have enough money. When we would go out, so we would, the group of us will go out and have Chinese. I remember we'll go Chinatown in London. So we'll go out and we'll have Chinese. She would be the one that is ordering all the dishes. But when the bill comes, she doesn't have enough money. But we have to split it 8 ways. So I started telling them, if she's coming me, I'm not coming, because I'm not funding her life. I'm not. And the thing is, it wasn't even about the money. The money was never my problem. It was the behavior. When you have a scarcity mindset, you have also a behavior that is unattractive. You never have, you're always broke. You know, it's unattractive. Brokenness is unattractive because you have a broken spirit. You're just not, and so your broken spirit makes your life broken. And your behavior is broken. How you talk to people is broken. The scarcity mindset is just ugly. It's an ugly spirit to have. So my response to anyone who has it is go and pray and ask for deliverance from scarcity. You know, my friend asked me to pray for her deliverance from burning food. So I'm sure that there's a prayer to deliver you from scarcity. Please. But at the same time, there's something called poverty mindset that's on that precipice of scarcity. And why I'm bringing up poverty mindset, I have a podcast on poverty mindset because people that have a poverty mindset have no space in my life. And why I'm saying that is that everything in terms of poverty, the mindset, is a psychological state that's characterized by beliefs and thought patterns that perpetuate financial struggle and self-sabotage. So when you have a poverty mindset, you might go for something and you feel that you're successful, but then you sabotage yourself, or you sabotage the experience, so you can then say it's not for me. You know, some people say, oh, you know, I didn't get an invitation to that, but you know, that's not the kind of thing that I should be going to, because you've got such a poverty mindset that you cannot see yourself in wealth. And sometimes it's a battle mentally to change that, because when you got a scarcity mindset, you don't even appreciate what you got. But when you got a poverty mindset, you can get good stuff. It's like, think about millionaires, and you've heard this story multiple times. A millionaire, okay, who will win the lottery and become an instant millionaire will lose it as quickly as it came, because they have a poverty mindset. They don't believe they deserve or are worthy of the money. Now, my suggestion, those of you that have money and you don't know what to do, if you give me a call, my email is DaMillennialCoach@gmail.com. And shall I tell you what I'll do with the money? I will invest it. I'll probably spend at least, if you give me 100,000, for example, I will spend 10 grand just to do what I want, have a good time, blah, blah, travel. The 90,000, I will invest all of it. I will keep the car I have. I may even give them, actually, I might invest 70%. No, actually, the 90,000 will include property investment. So I would invest in things, but also will continue to work and live below my means until that money surpasses what I earn, or the investments surpass what I earn. But it's about thinking from a wealth and success and significant mindset than a poverty mindset. But we're going to go into those other mindsets tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. One thing with poverty mindset, what is a catalyst is shame, fear, inferiority. When we don't feel good, we sabotage what could be good. So, you know me, I love a relationship, right? So I've met guys in the past, not now, because as I said, I am happily single. Like, I am enjoying life. I don't even understand why when girls are single and they're complaining, I don't understand. I know cuffing season is upon us, like, and we need to find that guy or that girl or that person just to come and, you know, hug us in the cold. But enjoy your freedom. Because if you do get into a relationship that is serious and it's going to take your relationship goals to the next level, you can't be turning over on a Saturday, or when you want to lie in when you feel like you can't. You can take yourself off to dinner, but I'm sure the other person wants to come. You know what I mean? So there's things that you're going to have to change and adapt when you're in a relationship of substance. Okay, not those microwavable nonsense where somebody's trying to play house and they're not investing. Let's not talk about that. So these kind of things are important. It's just making sure that you're clear about what investment of self looks like. And why I'm saying that, I want you to really think about, when have you exhibited a poverty mindset, and when have you exhibited a scarcity mindset? Where were you in your life? What was you going through mentally? Were you actually challenging yourself? And were you responding to failure in an unhealthy way? Because sometimes we do things and we're failing and it's not working and it's frustrating us, and you're just thinking, is it ever going to work? I know what that feels like. You know, the amount of money I've invested in projects that haven't taken off. And I am failing my way to success, and I know that. And I know eventually something is gonna land. And whether it's this YouTube channel or something else, something is going to land. But I am a serial failure entrepreneur, and I'm going to stand in that power because I'm going to be a successful entrepreneur, and it's going to happen at a time I least expect it. And I'm speaking life into myself because I put the work in and know I'm good at what I do, and I know I'm fantastic at being around great people. So you know, if you're somebody who's had a poverty mindset, which I've had, and I know when you are in a cycle of financial struggle and self-sabotage, you've got to start questioning what is going on, what is it I'm thinking? There's so many people that don't examine their mind. So many people that don't examine, why is it that I can't do this? Why is it I choose not to do this? Because it's not a case of you cannot do things. It's a case of choosing not to, but there is always a reason behind it. And what is that reason? So always consider, when you are not doing something, why is that the case? Yeah, why is that the case? Because there's a reason behind it. Don't dismiss your lack of integration, your lack of elevation, your lack of creativity. There is something you are not addressing. And I always use health. If you're very overweight and you are choosing, oh, I'm just going to have another pizza. If you listen, my 600-pound life, this is Dr. Now, this is one of my favorite shows, because their health issues is rooted in inferiority, it's rooted in shame, it's rooted in anger, it's rooted in resentment, it's rooted in self-sabotage, it's rooted in self-hate, it's rooted in trauma. But nobody is looking at why they are still doing the same thing they did yesterday, and it's not giving them the results. And then they say, I need to change my life. And they think that Dr. Now is going to change their life. You are the only one that can change your life. No doctor, no human being, no nothing can change your life. You are the only one that can change your life. So, you know, I want to give you a methodology to help you let go of some things and the feelings of negativity in your life, and the process in which to release this. It's called the Sedona Method, and the result that it will lead you to is a liberation to actually in-tune yourself with your natural ability to let go of unwanted emotions, experiences on the spot. But it's something you have to constantly do. And the reason I'm saying constantly is, when most people are in a negative spiral, okay, and they're constantly doing the same thing to keep them there. So what do you have to do to get yourself out of it? You have to constantly do something different. So if you're going this way, now you need to go that way. But you have to be consistent. And it might be where you start off small. So as I said, it could be once a week, twice a week. The following month, it could be 3 times a week. The following month, it could be 5 times a week. So it's a constant work in progress. So it's about really tapping into the feeling of, and I'm closing my eyes because you want to tap into that feeling of where you don't feel good enough, or where there's been pain, or where there's been trauma, okay? And you want to think about what emotion comes up for you. What is the feeling that you're getting when you are feeling the emotion? So focus on the issue. So the first step is focus on the issue that you'd like to feel better about. And allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling in this moment. And what can I talk about for myself? Reducing sugar. I don't like how it makes me feel when I feel tired and I feel bloated and I feel in pain with endometriosis. And I do want to just caveat the feeling that it doesn't have to be a strong feeling. It's just a feeling enough to allow you to know that it's still in your system and you want to let it go. So there are 3 questions that you need to ask yourself in the Sedona Method. Can I let this feeling go? Can I let this feeling go? You're the only one that can answer that. Could I allow this feeling to be here? Again, yes or no, and there's no wrong answer. Could I welcome this feeling? So what these questions are doing is inviting you to ask yourself if there is potential for positive action in regards to how you're feeling of this negative feeling. Remember, any response you choose, yes or no, will actually internally let you know if you're ready to move through this experience or emotion. And remember, if you choose to stay there or you choose to move on, either or, there will be a consequence to your decision. So, no matter what the question is that you started with, ask yourself this simple question. Would I, in other words, am I willing to let this go? Are you willing to let it go? So if the answer is no, then what would you rather feel to be free from that feeling? So would you rather have the feeling, or would you rather be free of the feeling? So you've got to ask yourself, would I like to have this feeling? Would I like to be free of this feeling if you're not ready to let it go? And then the question gets easier for yourself. And you invite yourself to say, when would I like to let this go? And the thing is, you may say, I want to let this go now. Or you may say, I'm ready to let this go in 2 days. So in 2 days, I would like you to repeat this method. And you have to keep on maximizing the increase of using the muscle of letting go. Because when you feel that this feeling is no longer serving you, you remove yourself from the poverty or scarcity mindset. So you've got to repeat this at least 4 to 10 steps, I would say, until you feel free of this particular feeling. And the reason I'm saying that, as I said, it doesn't take 30 days to change a habit. It takes a lifetime to maintain the change. So we've got to stop this thing, 30 days and you're going to be a millionaire. That's not absolute nonsense. It's just not true. So people that are feeding you this, it's toxic information that is actually creating mental health issues, because if you don't achieve what they said to follow in 30 days, what's going to happen? You're going to turn on yourself, innit? You're going to be very disappointed and frustrated. So think about what that looks like for you. So I'm the Millennial Coach. We have just discussed scarcity and poverty mindsets, but also I've infused that with the Sedona Method on how to work through getting from negativity to positivity. I am the Millennial Coach. Thank you for watching. Please share, subscribe, and like. And remember, I am a child of immigrants, so I need some more support. All right?